I am thrilled to announce that the Political Science Department's Academic Achievement Award goes to Matt Duca. Matt is a remarkable student. He's a double major in political science and economics. He's one of four political science students with a 4.0 GPA in the major. He's in the college honors program, and he has been inducted into both Phi Beta Kappa, the prestigious National Honor Society, as well as Pi Sigma Alpha, the National Political Science Honor Society. But there's so much more to say about Matt as a student and a scholar. His level of intellectual engagement with course material is exceptional. His ability to analyze, evaluate, critique, and synthesize the work of other scholars is most impressive. And this is so whether the scholarship has to do with policy issues in New Jersey, security concerns in the Asian Pacific region, or political economy matters in Arabian Gulf monarchies. In courses for which Matt has had to do independent research projects, his teachers report that he consistently asks great questions, and he brings to his research fairly advanced skills in both qualitative and quantitative methods of analysis. Moreover, no matter the topic, Matt's research, often of a policy nature, is typically driven by an interest in promoting improved social and political outcomes. I personally am thrilled that I had Matt as a student. He was one of 7 hand-picked, exceptional graduating seniors who were invited by me to join a seminar this past semester on my latest book project. The students were asked to work closely with me to improve the manuscript by conducting additional research and an analysis, and suggesting how new materials could be incorporated productively into the manuscript. In class, I always felt Matt deeply engaged, energized by the project, thinking really hard and anxious to learn, not only from me, but also from his peers and their insights, and his contributions to my manuscript and to the many exciting class discussions were very important and enlightening. Matt will be entering a Master's of Public Policy at Rutgers Blaustein School in the fall. He is very well prepared, and we are confident that he will continue to excel. We are thrilled to present to him the Academic Achievement Award.
Hello. The Academic Achievement Award recognizes exceptional academic excellence throughout a student's time at the College of New Jersey. The award often goes to the student with the highest cumulative and/or political science grade point average. The selection process also does include consideration of the difficulty of coursework, the rigor of the student's degree plan, and academic performance beyond the final grade in a course. I have the distinct privilege of announcing one of this year's Academic Achievement Award co-winners, who far and away exemplify all the attributes recognized by the award. That student is Yarden Mack. Yarden not only is graduating at the very top of his class in terms of GPA, but he is doing so in only 3 years and is participating in TCNJ's new 4+1 Master of Public Policy program. The fact that Yarden is excelling in his senior and, in fact, graduate level coursework in what normally would be his junior year in college speaks volumes about his substantial intellectual ability and work ethic. Yarden is truly an exceptional student. I've had the privilege of teaching Yarden now in 3 courses, and in each, Yarden has emerged as a course leader, showing deep engagement with material and a desire not only to do well on an exam or on the final course grade, but to truly understand and utilize the knowledge and skill that he is receiving. Yarden approaches his academic work with an earnestness and eagerness that is exceedingly rare to find among students, and it makes him truly a joy to have in the classroom. Intellectual curiosity pervades his work. Recently, Yarden completed a project on the elimination of parking minimums in the city center of Syracuse, New York, as a part of a class that he took with me. The project highlights all of Yarden's strengths. He threw himself into the project. He identified an interesting question. He found appropriate data to test the question with minimal guidance from me. He recognized the appropriate methodological tools that he could use to answer his question. And then he went above and beyond, teaching himself basic mapping of spatial data in R, which is a statistical software program that Yarden had only been using for 2 months. And then when I kept suggesting more analyses and more data to collect to improve the project, Yarden did it. And he did it because he wants to get the work right. Not just good enough for the grade, but to really, truly understand the phenomenon that he's trying to study. Speaks to his promise as a researcher and as a scholar. Please join me in recognizing Yarden Mack as co-winner of this year's Academic Achievement Award. Much deserved. Congratulations, Yarden.
Hello, and congratulations to the class of 2023. I have the pleasure of awarding Megan Sargent the Senior Academic Achievement Award on behalf of the Political Science Department. Congratulations, Megan. Megan is an excellent student, and I've had her in 2 of my classes, Poll 200, our research methods class, and Poll 498, our senior thesis class. Her work in both of these classes was outstanding. She is a really committed student, has strong analytical thinking, and put together really compelling projects in both classes. In addition to her excellent academic work in class with a perfect 4.0, Megan participated in the Washington Center with the Political Science Department. She studied abroad in Spain, and she is mock trial co-president here at TCNJ. This is such an impressive achievement in 2 short years here as a transfer. We're so proud of you, Megan, and congratulations to the whole class of 2023.
Hello, I'm Professor Bowen, and it is my great honor to announce one of this year's winners of the Political Science Service Award. The Service Award goes every year to an outstanding graduating senior who's made a significant contribution through service to their community. This graduating cohort has been truly exceptional, and we had a number of very strong nominations and self-nominations from this class. I want to congratulate each and every one of you. You are well deserving of recognition for this award. While we cannot give the award to every eligible and deserving student, we did decide to divide the award among multiple students so we can recognize so much of your terrific work. I have the privilege of announcing one such amazing and deserving student, Dylan Chittick. Dylan has made a lasting impact on the TCNJ community through his involvement in student government and campus leadership. Dylan, since the moment that I first met him in HSS 099, has been interested in student government. Dylan ran, I believe, Dylan, you can correct me if I'm wrong about this, I believe you ran just a few weeks into your time at TCNJ, you were running for office in student government as a freshman class representative. Dylan has provided a calming presence during his 4 years at TCNJ, which has been a difficult 4 years due to instability in American society and through the COVID-19 pandemic, where the college policies needed quite a bit of revision to serve the needs of students in this trying emergency. Dylan has just finished a successful term as student government body president, where he has contributed to the revision of the college's informed courses policy and first-year housing experiences. Leadership often comes at a cost, which I'm sure Dylan knows and can tell you all about. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen Dylan at some boring faculty and staff committee meeting because the student voices need to be represented at that meeting. Or I attended an event this semester in which Dylan was tasked with giving an important speech in front of campus stakeholders, again, to represent student voices. I can only imagine how many how much time and effort that took from Dylan that he could have spent doing other things, but instead he was serving his community. In recognition of his great work, Dylan has been inducted into the TCNJ Blue and Gold Hall of Fame. Dylan, you have served the community very well. Congratulations on your selection as co-winner of the Political Science Service Award.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cho, and it is my great pleasure to award David Roberts with this year's Political Science Service Award. As Pi Sigma Alpha's faculty advisor, I've had the opportunity to observe Dave's tremendous efforts and services to not only the Political Science Department, but to the TCNJ campus and nearby communities. As Pi Sigma Alpha president this past academic year, Dave has made significant efforts to not only promote Pi Sigma Alpha, but he applied for a national grant from the Pi Sigma Alpha National Chapter. He was awarded $900, and he used this to erect 2 free little libraries on campus to promote the book sharing experiences throughout TCNJ and for the nearby communities. Dave also planned and led a team of 5 TCNJ students to the Pi Sigma Alpha National Student Research Conference in Washington, DC. And beyond the TCNJ campus, Dave has also sat on his township's environmental advisory committee, and he has volunteered for several environmental nonprofits. So again, it is with great pleasure to award this service award to David Roberts. Congratulations.
Hi everyone, I am Professor Sarah Shartak, and I am very pleased to announce that one of the awards for the Political Science Service Award for this year goes to 2 people who are sharing this award, Amor Richards and Imani Wilson, for their creation of the first New Jersey chapter of the national organization, Ignite, which engages young women in politics. This is a really important organization, and since they founded the chapter on the TCNJ campus, it has spread to other campuses in New Jersey, and Amor and Imani deserve a lot of credit for that. Together, they have always been a force in terms of service. I remember them coming into my office as first-year students, seeing what kinds of opportunities that they could engage with, and they did right off the bat. And they've always been so impressive together and individually. So individually, Amor has also gone on to be a leader within Ignite on the national level. And she served as a TA for the political science orientation class. Imani also has been a force in her own right in terms of service, having worked in state and local service. She has worked on post-incarceration integration, as well as with the Boys and Girls Club. So individually, they're a force. Together, they're a force. And I know that both of them will go on to make such a difference. They already have, and they will continue to do so. So congratulations, Amor and Imani, on this very well-deserved award.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Touloudis, and I'm a professor of political science at the College of New Jersey. On behalf of this department, it's my great pleasure to award the department's Best Senior Thesis Award to James McElroy for his paper, Priests, Pistoleros, and Peace Agreements, How Violent Tactics and Outside Actors Facilitated the End of the Cristero Movement in Revolutionary Mexico. James's research question was about social movement disillusion. Why do social movements end when they do? Sometimes it's a result of a movement's success or failure, other times it's the result of repression. James theorized that international intervention sometimes plays a role too. In particular, this can happen when social movement leaders choose tactics that threaten the interests of other countries who have influence in the home country. To explore how this happens, James studied the Cristero movement in Mexico in the 1920s. La Cristiada was a movement for religious liberty carried out by members of multiple classes, from peasants defending their church to regional elites opposed to the revolutionary government's policies concerning their lands and their faith. James showed how, when the revolutionary movement turned from nonviolence to violence, the United States intervened on the side of the Mexican government to repress the movement. In order to make this argument, James relied on a broad variety of source materials: Catholic encyclicals and transcripts from President Calvin Coolidge's press conferences, along with secondary sources not only in political science, but history and sociology as well. His use of a rich case study to make an argument about a complicated political process is in the best tradition of qualitative political science. Congratulations to James.